Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sitdown. I apologize for any weird, wonky lighting things that are going on. The lighting in this room isn't great, and there's some work going on downstairs where the Seaman cave is, so I couldn't shoot down there. And when I saw that this new trailer dropped, I was like, I have to record right now. I can't wait. There's actually been a few trailers that have come out in the last day or two that I want to react to, but this is the only one that I need. It was immediately I gotta jump on this one because I've been waiting for the second trailer since the first trailer dropped, man. It's one of those movies, and when you got Chris Nolan helming it, well, that's to be expected. So I pull up a chair, man, take a seat. We're getting ready to take a look at the second official trailer for Tenet. That's right, man. That's the new Christopher Nolan movie starring John David Washington, Robert Pattinson. And like most, non-Batman related Chris Nolan movies, this one has a lot of secrecy to it, and we just don't really know exactly what it is we're looking at. Nolan has this ability to just bend our minds, especially in trailers, for movies that this movie's got to make you go, what? What I can say is after the first trailer, it's apparent that John David Washington is some kind of a cop of some sort, and he's working with Robert Pattinson, and there's a lot of weird things happening. It kind of looks time related, there are things that are moving backwards while John David Washington and Pattinson are moving forwards, or while time is moving forwards, things are happening in reverse. First trailer was mind-bending, and then before this one came out, Nolan was it's not time travel oriented, which I'm they showed a tease on the TV today where it was he unshooting a bullet, and then you hear a voice tell John David Washington you're not shooting it, you're catching the bullet, or something along those lines. I was that seems he's messing with time, but apparently it's not a time travel movie, so I don't know what to think or expect. But what I can tell you is after the first trailer, it looks really good. I mean, we know Chris Nolan knows how to shoot a movie, and the first one looked really good. And the way it was presented hooked me. I was hooked. Immediately, I was I need that second trailer. Well, now the second trailer is here. So let's not waste any more time, man. Let's get our trusty little travel box. Or actually, no, I guess we don't need to do the travel box because I'm not downstairs. So we're just going to make this whole room shrink nice and small so we can watch this trailer. So let's shrink it on down. All right, man, me and my living room are nice and tiny, and the trailer is down below us. Let's take a look at what we're getting in the second trailer for Tenet, which, like I said, we don't really know very much about what it is, so...
All I have for you is
just a word. That's all we got.
Tenet. It'll open the right doors.
Oh!
Some of the wrong
Vicky.
ones, too.
I love her. She's so good.
Use it carefully.
So is the word what's causing all this stuff?
To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
As I understand it, we're trying to prevent World War III.
Oh yeah, I was the other thing from last trailer.
I'm not saying Armageddon here.
No. Something worse.
Worse than Armageddon? Nolan? All right.
And a certain Russian national.
Why don't you bring me in?
I like that Dark Knight that they showed.
You really want to know?
That was...
He can communicate with the future.
Time travel.
No. Inversion.
Maybe I didn't pull the trigger. You're shooting the bullet. You're catching it.
Whoa. Well, I've seen too much.
Well, we'll try and keep up.
I'm very excited for these two.
Your duty transcends national interests. This is about survival.
Seems bold.
Bold, I'm fine with. I thought you were going to say nuts.
It's the dude from yesterday. That's awesome. He's so good.
This is where our worlds collide.
How would you like to die?
Old.
You chose the wrong profession.
This is wild.
Well, that from here.
Hasn't happened yet.
There are people in the future who need us. We need Tenet.
save him here and now.
This reversing the flow of time doesn't us being here now mean it never happened.
Dude.
You want to crash a plane?
But not from the air. No, it's so dramatic.
Well, how big a plane?
Right, it's not using
That
the
part
American
is
accent.
a little dramatic.
No, we can't even put a date on it because we don't know when this is coming to theaters yet, Warner Brothers. Oh, I love Chris Nolan because this is what he does to his audience. He gives you something that you just can't take your eyes off of, man. Like the way the movie's shot, from the color paletting to the cinematography to the score that they've used now in both of these trailers, clearly going to be that beat for the whole movie, and the score grips you right away, man. And he has such a way of bringing all that stuff together where like his movies can frustrate you because they can be super confusing, and this concept of inversion or being able to control the flow of time. You're cheating, Chris Nolan. You said it's not time travel, and it's not time travel. You even put that in the trailer as that was clever. I give you the guy. He's just a clever dude. It's not time travel, but you are messing with time in some way. So we now know that there's a term for what's happening every time we see these things reversing. It's called inversion. And it apparently JDW. That's my nickname for John David Washington, as it should be, or just John David. But he must have some sort of control. Still don't know what Tenet is. Is Tenet does Tenet? Is that the name of the group that is doing this? It said it's just a word. It'll get you in places, not get. Does that allow you to do the thing? Who knows? But it's an interesting concept, much like Inception was, right? Like when I saw those Inception trailers, I was like, I'm sort of understanding what you're putting down, Chris, but I'm still kind of confused. That's how I feel right now. I understand the concept, but I don't understand the application yet. And that is exactly what the trailer should do. It should make me be super intrigued, give me enough to be like, okay, you told me stuff, but we don't know what that stuff is yet. And that's why we go to the movies. And hopefully when we get a date for this, we will be able to go back to the movies. I know many people are looking forward to that. A lot of drive-ins are starting to open up. I don't think huge movies like Tenet or Wonder Woman will end up in drive-through only movie world, but hopefully we're getting closer to cinemas opening. And then once that happens and we're stable, then maybe we'll get a date and know when we understand what Chris Nolan's putting down. But like I said, man, that trailer was awesome. Just like the first one, it sucks you in. It definitely grabs your attention. Gave you a little bit more, right? It's a trail of breadcrumbs. You gave me 2 breadcrumbs. I was like, okay, well, I need some more. Now you gave me some more. I'm like, well, now I need some more. And that's what these trailers should be doing. John David Washington looks phenomenal. I really am a big fan of his. Black Klansman, I think, was such a huge step for him as far as being an actor. And now it's because he was doing Ballers for a while. And that, he's good there. But that was yes, this is Denzel Washington's son. And here, same way, man. I am becoming infatuated with the acting ability of John David Washington, the way I am with his dad. It's nice to know that, in a world whenever Denzel stops acting, we'll still have a Washington acting and doing hopefully great stuff because he looks fantastic here. Robert Pattinson also looks really good. I like this trailer more because it shows the two of them together a lot, which means that it really is going to be the two of them doing all this stuff together, which is cool because the first one kind of made you feel like it was going to be a lot of John David Washington, a little Pattinson. This seems like it could be a 70 or a 65-45 split maybe. But it seems like, Pattinson will be around for most of the ride, which is cool because it seems like there's some sort of partners. I don't know if they're actually cops or whatnot, but there's some kind of partners. And I like that he's using the British accent, not his American accent that he throws on. So I like that. And I'm interested to see what Chris Nolan does with Robert Pattinson. And if it seems like there's a good relationship there, like I said the last time one of these trailers came out, we knew Robbie was in this. If he'll take any of that over to take any of the knowledge that he learns from Chris into what he does for Batman, hopefully he asks for some pointers. Clearly he didn't ask pointers about lifting weights because we would like to see you still doing that. But I I digress. So those two look really good. Elizabeth Debicki, I like seeing her pop up, and she's obviously going to be a linchpin somewhere in the story. You know, they said there are people in the future that need her help, and like she's reaching out the car windows. She's clearly a linchpin to whatever the storyline is, which is awesome because I love her. And just like I said, everything about it, I'm just interested because I sort of have a feel of like I can sort of touch what you're putting down, Chris, but I don't completely understand it, and that's what makes you want to go to the movies. And it's one of the things that I don't think people talk enough about with Chris Nolan. He is a master of giving us just enough and holding everything so that we go out there and see it. So I'm really pumped for Tenet. I can't wait. This just makes me want to see it more because I got a couple more breadcrumbs. So there you go, man. Those are all the C-Man's thoughts on Tenet. Now I want to know what you're thinking. Are you excited for this movie? Are you a Chris Nolan fan? Are you familiar with the way Chris Nolan does things? Do you like the way that he does things? And the way that he presents a trailer, making us wait for it, clamor for the trailer, and then when it comes up, we all eat it up, and it still leaves you wanting more. Do you like that philosophy behind how he does his things going into his movies? What are you most excited about with this? I think for me, it's John David Washington because I'm a huge fan of his, and I'm pumped to see him in another big film. But what are you looking forward to most? Could it be him? Could it be Pattinson, Debicki, Tenet? Figuring it all out. Anything you're thinking, though, about this trailer goes down below. Please, hit the comments. I look forward to talking to you about this movie, hopefully all the way up until it comes out. So start there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man as we start to get things going back along, man. We're getting trailers, some new movies. Things are starting to feel a little bit normal, at least here in this realm. If you want to be here for that, I'm building the Batmobile Lego set. So I think that's the first time I've said it. I'm building the Batmobile Lego set. I put it out on Twitter, but I've been recording all the stages, and we're gonna start putting some of those up. So be excited for that. If you want to see that happen, anytime I'm talking movies, trailers, Margarita Monday meetups. We were off this week, a little trouble with scheduling, but hopefully we'll be back on for next week. Anything, if you just enjoy listening to me talk, which I understand can be a lot, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, but if you want to show some love to the old C-Man, please jump over there, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell if you want those alerts. And as always, until the next Cinema Sit-Down, I have been the C-Man, and I am signing off, and I'm also really kind of rusty at this still. But we're getting there, we're coming back, baby. Peace! Well. If you aren't still here, looking for something else to check out that's C-Man related, why don't you check out a video like this guy or this guy? And if you really want to help the C-Man out in year 2, hit that subscribe button and come join the Cinema Sit Down squad, kids. You know what to do. See ya.